Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that song. Again, that's Thirsty by Tanisha Castellanos. We went down the avenue of you singing and your music, but you're way more than that. You're also an author.
I am.
Am I correct by saying that you're an author?
You are correct, Jesus.
Look, you know what? It's a coincidence. I have her book right here.
Look at that.
Worth the wait. All right.
I took out my nails for that. I'm sorry.
Worth the wait. Okay, and this is available for sale where?
Amazon. You can get ebook copy or you can get a hard copy.
Okay, you could give her a call. You can hit her up on Facebook, right? They can get you copies like that
everywhere.
Exactly.
Yes.
Everywhere. Okay.
Instagram, Facebook.
Exactly. So
my name is rare enough.
So, what is this book about? Footnotes, because we don't want to give it all away. We want people to buy the book. You know how that goes.
There's always a story to a story. Is that all right? I'm a little bit of a storyteller, but there's a purpose with it. Worth the Wait was literally birthed out of a prayer time that I had about 4 years ago. I believe in journaling. Sometimes I go through periods of I journal a lot. Sometimes I go through periods where I don't journal at all. One night I was really just honestly praying for myself, journaling about where I was in my spiritual walk, where I was just in life.
Right.
And I was praying about just my future and the decisions I felt like I needed to make. And I woke up literally the next morning, and the only way I can describe it is I felt like God had downloaded a book in me. And
wow.
I remember like waking up, and I took a notebook and a pen and I started writing. And my honest thoughts were, this is too good for me to even think of. I know this is God, because this is not me.
Real quick, did you automatically know it was a book, or did you think, hey, maybe God's giving me a song? Or
yes, it's funny. I just started writing, and the more that I wrote, the more I realized this is just not my own thoughts. Like this is a book.
Right.
I thought it was a song because that's what I was used to. But no, it wasn't. And as I was writing more, I remember I was even like a little scared, like, what do I do with all this? Like, I just have this notebook full of things I just wrote that's a book, and I've never done this before. I never saw myself doing this. And that's how that all came about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I spoke about, did you think it was a song, and you said there was a book, like, I know for myself, I've written songs before, and I would sit down and say, all right, Lord, I want to write about this. I want to write about that. Give me the words. And that's where I got my lyrics from, whether it was singing or rapping. This was almost dropped in your lap. And instead of you saying, all right, what do you want me? Lord was like, this is what I want you to write about, before you even asked. So writing a song, usually a song is like 2 verses, a chorus, a few choruses, a bridge. This is a book. Like, I've never, I remember writing paragraphs in like high school and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So writing a book, like, explain the process of that, the thought process, you said you journaled, did that help you kind of, write the book?
Well, I wrote down everything that I was impressed with that morning.
Right.
I'll never forget. It was like a September morning. It was fall. And I remember, like I said, I was like nervous and scared. Like, what do I do with all this?
Right.
I think this is a book, And it's funny because God has a way of surprising us. And I believe that when you just step out, like, you discover the little nuggets. Like, oh, I never realized I was gifted there. I never realized that this is something that caught attention. And it's funny because my writing, people had asked me, do you write? Because even things I was posting on social media prior to that were kind of taking that, if you want to say, kind of taking that look of things.
Right.
I remember I called my assistant pastors at my church, Sean and Andrea Davis, and they probably remember this very clearly. And I was like, I need to meet with you. And they're like, are you all right? I said, yeah, it's not an emergency. And I went to them with this girly glitter, journal, and they're like, what's going on? And I literally was like, I think I have a book. And they're like, okay. And I explained the concept to them. And what's different about this book, which is titled Worth the Wait, is that a lot of times what's associated in Christian circles with worth the wait is people think of sex.
Obvious abstinence.
And I am an advocate of that. Let me say that. But that's not what this book is about.
Gotcha.
This is about the promises of God spoken into your life, over your life, that I believe that He has predestined for you even before you were born. This is about worth the wait on waiting for the promises of God to take root and to take, precedence in your life.
Right.
So that's what worth the wait symbolizes. Okay. I remember I told them the book, and they were like, they prayed with me, and they were like, this is awesome. And I think they got a witness too. They kind of were in agreement, like, yeah, that is a God-inspired moment, because those things just don't happen. Like I said, I wasn't, I think sometimes people jump on bandwagons, and again, nothing bad, but it's like, ooh, I can make money writing a book. You wrote a book, I wrote a book. No judgment there. However, there is a difference when you're purposed to do it.
Right.
And it was like a 2 to 3 year process. I had this book written. Now finalizing it, putting it, in chapter formation. It's a very easy, short read. I was like, and I remember all those thought processes of what am I doing? How am I doing this? I never saw myself doing this, but I remember in 2017, I was like, you know what? I've talked about this since the beginning of 2015. It's time for me to just finally, write it, publish it, and put it out there. And I'm really, really thankful, that happened. The interesting story is with that, I remember one of my very good friends, his name is Tylan Ross. Hi, Ty. I remember he was like, I'm working, I'm going to pick you up. And I was like, all right. And he was like, I need to talk to you about something. He talked about a pastor, Marcus Gill, who is a very well-known pastor, especially on social media and those different outlets. And he was like, we're going to interview him, and I feel like you're the one to interview him. And I didn't really know who he was at the time. Right. And I was like, okay, great. I went on a retreat. Now, this is about a month later. And I was like, Ty, I wrote a book. And at that time, he was telling me about the book that Pastor Marcus wrote. And went on a retreat. I remember I dropped off my friend in Washingtonville, and I went to the Starbucks. It was in October. Remember, I wrote this in September. And as I'm in Starbucks, who comes walking in but Pastor Marcus, who doesn't even live in New York State? And I remember thinking, that's him. Like not fangirling, but just having that moment, like, and then I see Ty, and then they see me. And I sat down, and Ty was like, this is perfect. You get to meet, Marcus. And Marcus was like, I love him very much. Thank you, Marcus. He did a promo for my book. And it's funny because people were like, how did you get Marcus? He has millions of followers. And I was like, because we're friends. And I'll never forget, Marcus said to me as we were talking, and I was like, I wrote a book, and I was a little unsure of myself. Right, it was new territory for me. And he was like, I'll forward your book. Just when you have it done, let me know. And I mean, when you receive confirmations after confirmations, I think that's a sure sign that you have something that's bigger than you. And it will be intimidating. It will be something that's new. It will be something that scares you and you might be unsure of. But that was just another confirmation sign to me, like, nope, this isn't me. I need to do this. So that's how that all kind of came together.
Not only have you written a book, you sing, you've done worship through your church, you have new music coming out. We are going to get to that.
Right.
But you're also a psychotherapist.
Right. So it's just funny the way that came out. I don't know why.
You just got to throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? I got to throw it out there. So how did that come about? Like, that's just, it's out of left field. So what exactly
out of left field.
For those like myself who have no idea what that is, it's like two different words so explain if you can, please.
Okay. So you're going to be educated today.
Let's do it. That's what it's about.
How did that all come about? Well, it's interesting. I had taken way back yonder. I took a per diem job, which is something you get called on when needed. It was a non-secure detention, right. And I'm going to mention her name. She'll be cracking up, and she worked there. My friend Michelle.
All right, so I'm going to ask you because we're going to get ready to end the interview here.
Sure.
for somebody that's watching this for the first time, who's going to listen to your song for the first time, who wants to come out to one of your events or your shows and they be able to see you for the first time, give me three things about you that they wouldn't know, that they'd be like, yo, Tanisha is the bomb. Like, literally, Tanisha is the bomb. The three things. It could be personality, it could be something that you like to do, it could be something quirky that you do, something like that.
Wow, that puts me on the spot a little bit. I gotta think quick, Jesus. I gotta think quick. I want to say I love engaging with people. I love meeting new people, different people than me. You know, I think sometimes people have a persona or a perception like, I'm probably going to offend you. You're probably, and I'm like, no, I don't think you're too much. Listen, your views might be different. You might not be a Christian. You might be tatted. You might be bald. I don't care what you are. I'm attracted to really genuine, real people. Listen, I will respect always the person that's honest, you know. I will always respect the guy that's like, this is who I am, you know, or the female that's like, you know, I'm not going to fake. This is where I come from. I've struggled with this. If you're that type of person, you and I are going to probably be rocking for a long time because there's no fakeness that has to kind of fill those voids, you know. So I love meeting new people.
Extremely social.
Yes, extremely social.
Extremely social.
Number two, what else could I say? Definitely family oriented. You know, I think I talked a little bit about that. Like, my family is my friends and vice versa. It doesn't take me long to, you know, make that crossover.
That doesn't count.
Interview. Okay. All right. Since I was trying to like segue.
No, it doesn't count. We need something juicy here. Come on. We need something here. Come on, Tanisha. You gotta. Come on. Listen, I did an interview with J Soul, and she'll actually be up. Her interview will be coming up soon. She was like, "Yeah, I like mangoes." Okay, that works. Come on, we need something.
Oh God, I don't know.
Listen, we're gonna allow the social thing. Everybody knows that you're super social, but we'll allow that one. All right, that's 1 out of 3, but we need 2 more, girl. Come on.
Personal? Like I've been single obviously my whole life, never been married.
Okay.
No children. And I'm happy with that. I've married my career in a lot of ways.
Right.
But that is something I really do want. So while I'm being interviewed, maybe I should just put that platform out there. Don't want to entertain anyone that doesn't want a relationship, that is not ready for marriage, that is broke, that is not employed, that is not driven.
Don't waste your time.
I just have to put that out. So I do want that. I want something solid. I want something real. When people ask me at this stage in your life, do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? I do. I always thought about one child. I always wanted a girl. Just because I'm a real girly girl. I love glitter. I love the glitter, the glam. The shinier it is, the more I'm gonna like. Like my cousin Jay says, she's just thankful I don't bedazzle her kids all the time, because I would. Like, if I could be dipped in glitter, I would. Gotcha. And I'm not ashamed of that. But you know, I haven't settled in any area of my life. I've made good choices and bad choices, but thank God for the good outweighs the bad, and I'm just not going to settle in love. Gotcha. I'm not going to settle in relationships at all. For what? So I could be miserable and divorced in 2 years with divorce fees? No, that's not me. Gotcha. Was that personal enough?
Well, actually, you did 2 in there, because you said you like glitter, and I'll accept it. You said you're a girly girl.
See,
I'll accept that. So that's
I am a girly girl.
So
she knew what I liked.
Extremely social. Knows what she wants in a future husband, and she's just an adult girl, basically. She likes the glitter. She likes all that good stuff.
I'm a grown woman, Jesus.
That likes a lot of glitter.
That likes a lot of glitter.
So as we end the interview, Tanisha, thank you so much. Honestly,
you're
a very busy person. One of the most kind-hearted people that I know. Thank you for taking the time out. I'm sure that getting your nails done was a little bit of a nice incentive.
I love this.
So shout out to Janie Liz.
My nails done, my bling done, my hair done, it's a great day. It's a
good day. It's a great morning.
Yes.
Real quick, go over your social media with people so they know how to contact you.
Yes. As you know, my name is Tanisha Castellanos, however you would like to pronounce it. Facebook, Tanisha Castellanos. Instagram, I'm Tanisha C. Twitter, I'm Tanisha C. Snapchat is Nishi Chula. I just haven't changed that yet. But you know what?
Don't change.
I'm not going to change that one. I really just go on there for the filters, but who doesn't? But you can catch me on any of those social media sites. Please engage with me. I love meeting new people. Message me. Nothing crazy, but message me who you are, where you're from, what you do. Do you want to connect? Do you want to network? Do you want to meet for a latte? I'm so open to that. And I have a new website coming. I got some new music and a new website coming up, and a lot of new things, taking it to a new level in 2019. So I just want to say thank you to you for having me on your show. We've been planning this for months.
Yes, we have.
We set a date and we did it.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Janie, thank you so much for
Thank
allowing
you.
us to come here and rock with you.
I'm going to post these too.
Hey, I'm sure you will.
I love them.
You got all the social media. You know how to contact her, whether it's for a feature on a song, you want to collab with her, you want her to perform at an event, you want her to do a book signing, you want her to come and do a book reading. She is easily approachable. She's easily accessible. So reach out to Tanisha. Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, all that kind
Twitter.
of stuff. Exactly. Reach out to her. Hook up with her. She's a great person. She's got a full head of steam and a great head on her shoulders, driven by God, and I mean, there's no stopping her. So Tanisha, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesus.
Again, and that's really it, y'all. Thank you for stopping by, and this has been a very fun interview. I kind of figured it would be. So thank you all for stopping in. Peace.
Bye, guys. Thank you.